Hi, folks. How is everyone tonight? Let's see if I can find me here. Um, there I am. Hello, hello. My name is Amanda, and I'm with Simply Flamingo Art, and I am so thrilled to be part of Teresa's grant 31 days of Halloween because who doesn't love Halloween? I know there are some folks who don't like Halloween and for various reasons, and that's okay. Me, I love Halloween. Um, I love the fun part of Halloween. I don't love the scary, I don't love the horror. I'm not into any of like any weirdness with Halloween. I just love the dressing up. I love the decorating. I love the giving of the candy. I love that part of Halloween. And so the fun part of Halloween um, is what I love. And so I hope you do too. I hope you're joining me. I hope you say hi. Tell me you're here. I'm going to get me out into a few groups here. And then I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do you want, hi, Teresa, how are you? Um, do you want a Highland Cow Witch or do you want a Flamingo Witch? Thank you. I got it from Temu. And so, but I love this the fat fuzzy cat with the big eyes. Anyway, so y'all tell me what you would rather do. I have the cutest little cup here that has a Highland cow on it. That's a witch. And we could do something like that. Or we could do a flamingo because flamingos art is all about flamingos. I love flamingos. My whole family loves them. So what would y'all like? I know it's hard to pick. That's why I was like, I'm gonna let y'all pick. So anyway, okay. I think I think I shared out to all the places. Anyway, I don't know. I think I did. All right, I need to know because I need to go, but I can start on the background. I'm going to start on the background. I'm going to add my desk in here and switch places with it so you can see this up close and not so much me because you don't need to see me up close. All right, come on now. I like to be able to cut this part off because this gets a little cluttered with stuff. So while I'm waiting for folks to hop on, I do have the ornament collab course. Teresa's a part of it. It's so exciting. This is my little ornament. It's called Shake Up the Happiness because it's like a little snow globe. And then these are the courses that are in the collab class. And guys, they're less than $4 a course. Honestly, it's the best deal. And this is the one that Teresa is doing. This little cardinals on a fence. It is done on a clear ornament. It is so cute. She walks you through step by step how to do that one. There's several other hand painted ones. Mine and Kimberly's. There's a couple of mixed media pieces. This is also a mixed media piece. That's mixed media. This one's mixed media. We've got some fabric ones in there. These two are fabric, and then the tasseled angel. So there's all kind of different ones. It's an awesome 12 ornaments from 12 creatives. It is such an awesome deal. But today we are talking about the 31 days of Halloween event that Teresa has been working hard all month on. And I am so proud to be a part of this collaborative. And so let's just do the background. I kind of want to just keep it a little simple, right? And so because I want my cow or my flamingo to stand out. So I'm just going to kind of mix a little bit of some white and some gray and just kind of get kind of a gray, light grayish background going. Excuse me. And so just going to mix both on my brush. It doesn't matter. And then we're just going to do some slip slap. Your vote is the flamingo. Okay, well, that's one for flamingo. We can do the Highland Cow or a flamingo. Either or, both will be awesome. I actually have a really cute flamingo cup too. I have not gotten that out. I need to break that out and use it because it has a jack-o'-lantern on it with the flamingo. Or the season will be over and I won't have used it because I've been using my Highland Cow all the time. As I work down, I'm just going to get it. This is not wax paper. It is deli paper. It's like the paper that your, deli meat comes wrapped in. So I guess it's not really like, it's not waxy though. So yeah, I buy a big old box of it on Sam's and have it. And then this is butcher paper. I love the butcher paper because like if I get resin on it, it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick too bad, I should say. It does stick a little bit, but like it doesn't like totally glue my piece to the table. So I just kind of got a little bit. I didn't like do the whole like ombre or anything, but as I go down, I just got a little bit darker. It's, it's hit or miss. Yes, it is waterproof. I mean, if you get it wet, you can kind of see through it, but nothing goes through it. And maybe if you like, I don't know, put a whole lot on. But yeah, I use water with it, like, for lining stuff and whatever, without a problem. I do that without a problem. I don't know where all my folks are, but they done abandoned me. I don't know my reach. I'm going to have to start going live more often. I had stopped going live so much, but clearly it's causing, like, no one to know where I'm at. Anyway. All right. So I'm going to dry this and we're going to sketch on a little flamingo. Since that's the only boat I had, we're going to do a flamingo. Gonna get this dry. You have a good one. Good luck on your in-person event. They're always so fun. So when you hop on, say hi. Tell me you're here. Give me somebody to talk to. I'm a desperate. I should ask the trivia questions and then have folks answer them, but I'm not prepared to know the answers for the trivia questions, so I better not do that. Maybe that's safe for another time. All right, so let's get our little flamingo in here. We're gonna have her kind of like looking over to the side a little bit here. And she's going to be a little big. We're not going to see like all of her. Although we might have her like sitting down. I don't know. We'll figure out what we want to do with her. If y'all hear my dog barking or something, just know my neighbors are shooting. I live in the country, and of course, you know, it's, well, I don't know if you know, because it depends on where you are. But if you are anywhere where things are turning fall, it's going to become hunting season like real soon. And and so there's, I guess they are either honing in their weapon or their hunting rifles. I shouldn't say weapons. It's not, well, I mean, I guess it could be, but it's not used for that purpose. And getting prepared, which is a good thing, because you don't want them aiming at something that they don't know if they're going to hit, because their rifle hasn't been aligned. So I'd whole lot rather them, I'm going to give them kind of like a little ruffle on my hat here. I don't know. And then there's going to be I kind of want it to just be like kind of an older hat, right? Not so perfect. Like, this witch's hat has seen some stuff. Something like that, maybe. Something along those lines. Okay. Something like that. And we might have some fun with the colors of our flamingo. I think that would be fun. Like, and I'm just going to go ahead and like do this, because I think this would be really interesting. So we're going to have a little lesson here. And I'm hoping this is going to work. We'll see. This could be a little scary. I'm going to use this gray and this black. And I'm going to get a dark gray. And I'm going to kind of base coat my flamingo in this base gray. Just to have some fun. Hey, Janet, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. So if you're watching me live on YouTube, shout out and give me a comment. And that way I'll know that somebody's out there watching me live. We're doing it's actually going to be a flamingo. Yay. That's always fun. I love virtual paint parties. I love paint parties. Anyway, virtual or in person. In person are actually my favorites. They're my favorite ones, but I do a virtual once a month. I don't actually I haven't even gotten mine out for this month, so I don't guess we're gonna have one. We'll have one early November, because I totally this month got away from me at the onset, and I have not caught up. And so there we go. It's a gray flamingo, which we're not gonna have. I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why either. It's been it, well, I mean, it has been, but it hasn't been at the same time. But it's like it has gone, and I don't know where it went to. And I don't know. I'm sitting here like, how is it the 25th already? And like, how did that happen? We're just gonna make this up a little bit. I kind of drew a little line on there for my hat, but I kind of just want this old witch's hat that has probably seen better days. But right now we're just gonna get the base coat on, and we'll worry about what we want to do beyond that in a minute. Yeah, it did. It just kind of like flew by, and I don't know. Like one day it's September 1st, and the next day it's October 25th, is what it feels like. Seriously. It's what it feels like to me. We can worry about fixing anything or okay. So there we have our flamingo. Now it's going to have color, but I'm waiting for this to dry because I don't want to put it in yet. You're going to see what I'm going to do in order to make it. I'm just getting a little bit of a gray in on that hat just to have a little bit of extra color. I want this hat to look like it's kind of been through something. Maybe a bad spell or two. It's kind of like it's starting to make me think of the painting, they did those oh my god, I'm going to say the word and I can't think of it. The paintings in gray, where they do all gray and then gray side, I think it's called, and then you put in the color on top. Hi Kimberly, how are you? Good to see you. It's reminding me of those. It's gonna be a little bit of that. To a degree. I want that black out of my. This is going to be hard to even see the difference from this part to that black, or to the background. It's going to look very similar to the background right now, but it's going to change. My brush doesn't want to stay together. It's driving me crazy. I'm going to evict you. That's gotta go. So, how are y'all tonight? Hopefully, y'all are having a good night. Y'all are quiet. We're always so quiet. I need talkers. I need to talk more. I need talkers on my page. I need to go live like every day for the month of November and build up my reach. Okay. I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to work with some color, and we're going to have some fun. Because this is not looking very good, is it? You're cooking dinner. Yum. What you cooking? How far away do you live? Kidding. Oh, I'm kidding. Only a little bit. Only chicken cutlets. Yay. Yes. I think I need it. I think I need to do that to get my engagement back up. Because it's pretty much dropped off till nothing. And this is not my first. Like, it's ridiculous. Facebook is ridiculous. My reach has gotten to the point where it's non-existent. I'm on YouTube also though now, and so that's a good thing. Just got a little repair right there I need to do. Pull this down a little bit just to make that look the way it's supposed to look. It's gotten a little bit on the ridiculous side. I mean, they say they want our business on here, right? And they want to have us, and not like all of us go to TikTok, and yet TikTok, I see people doing lives for hours, and they're like, oh, well, the shorts are the thing, and they are, but I'll see 500, 600 people sitting on the live that literally have been on there for 5 or 6 hours on the live, and it's like, well, and yet Facebook doesn't want to put us out there. Yeah, I know they do. And I get it. I do get it. And I'm not necessarily like against that. I really am not, because I mean, there's expenses to having a business. But unfortunately, I know, and I think all of us know right now, that you could pay to play, so to speak, and they still not do anything for your business. So, I mean, what are you paying for? Nothing. So until, they can actually say what they're doing for that play and it actually be worthwhile. Like that ain't happening on this end, I can tell you that. I can tell you. So I guess that's why Facebook is like, yeah, no, you're not going anywhere. We just want to give some depth around that eye. Now this flamingo is going to really take shape even with just the grays. Because then we're going to come in and we're going to color wash. We're going to color wash in some color. Bet y'all didn't plan on having a class in painting in grays, did you? This is how the masters did it years ago. Like many, like 15th century and before, when color was so expensive. They painted in various shades of gray and black and white. And then they washed the color, the expensive colors, on over top. But you got your values from that black and gray underneath. And that's what they did. That's how they saved money, because the black and white paints were so much cheaper than, say, the blues and the other colors and the reds and the yellows were expensive. Thank you for sprinkling me out there. I know. That's exactly right. And until until they can prove, I guess, that you actually get what they say, then yeah, no, thank you. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking our little gray flamingo. I kind of wanted this gray because, of course, it's Halloween, and I want it to be a little bit on the spooky side. And so I wanted these colors because then when I wash in some color, unlike kind of how the masters did it, I'm going to let a lot of this gray just kind of stay in there. And but thank you for sprinkling me out there. Okay, let's have some fun with some real color now. I'm going to dry this really good. And we're going to see what's going to happen here. And then we're going to bring in the color. Okay. All right. I still might have to do the Highland Cow though, because that was the other option is the Highland Cow. And I kind of really wanted to do, I really wanted to do both. And I could not decide which one to do. And so that's why I left it up for the vote. And Teresa was like, I want to see the flamingo. So I was like, okay, we do the flamingo, but maybe another time. I just wanted to firm up the eye just a little bit. And we'll come in and we'll do that eye. All right, so let's get some color going and get our flamingo having just a little bit of some color to him or her. Do you think it's a boy flamingo or a girl flamingo? Let's just do that first off. We think we have a boy or a girl. Got some pinks. I have a little bit of this candy papaya, which is kind of on a reddy side orange. That's a really pretty color. Then I have this, these are all Paint Pixie paint. I love them. Violet Lemonade. They're chalk-based paints, but you can paint anything with them. Then I have some Dreamsicle, which is a really peachy color. And I'm actually going to pop in a little bit of honeycomb yellow in there. All right, so we want to kind of just wash a little bit of color onto our, so you want a large flat brush. I need one that hasn't been totally destroyed. And I want some water. I need some water. Because I want to wash this color on. I don't want it to cover up. I just want to have a little color on top of this so that you can see all the values through it. And then I want to have some of that gray just shining through. So I'm going to use this water to work with my paints here. Blend in the different colors that I want into my flamingo. And then when I'm ready, I'm just going to wash in a little bit of that color. Now, you may or may not see some. You can see a little bit. That's kind of what I want. It's just a little hint that there's a little bit of pink in there. Did y'all know something? Did you know that a flamingo could not lose the color pink if it tried? It's based on its, I know there's some that are a little more whiter than the others, It's based on the food they eat, even their blood. It has pink in it. So it could not lose it. If it tried, it could not lose the color pink. And that color is based on their food, which is mainly shrimp. Okay, I'm liking that. I don't know where all my folks are tonight. Wednesday is not my normal go live date, so but it has been, but it was like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock or something like that. Much later than the 5 o'clock hour. And then I tried to schedule it with StreamYard earlier, and it was like not happening. Something with StreamYard is and Facebook are not happy. And so you can't schedule your lives. I was worried if I would be able to go live. Hi, Georgia. How are you? We are doing a witch flamingo. I love Halloween. Now, I don't like the spooky. I said earlier, I don't do the spooky. I don't do the scary. I don't enjoy that. Do not enjoy that. I'm not a fan. But I love the cute and I love the dressing up and the trick-or-treating and all of that stuff. I love all of that stuff. Just not a fan of the scary. Never have been. We did our whole flamingo in gray and then went back in and we're washing in color on top of the gray. We're keeping the scale of the gray that we created. And so by just washing in the color on top, you still see like the light and the dark. You just put a little color wash in on top of that. And that's all you have to do to keep that. I'll pick up just a little bit of that dreamsicle and just pop a little bit into our beak. This part of their beak is kind of flesh tony color. And so we're just going to wash a little of that peach in there. Thank you, Georgia. You know how much I love my flamingos. Okay. And then flamingo's eyes are naturally yellow, but I also think that makes them look a little on the creepy side. So we're just going to stick with that. I'm not going to like turn it red or make it you know, but you could do yours that way if you wanted to do yours that way. Gonna let that just chill and dry right there. If you notice, I just kind of did that like da 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 da. So it doesn't make it a complete perfect circle. And so it kind of gets it out into the eye. It's not a complete perfect circle. And so anyway, because we don't want a complete perfect circle. Not what we wanted. I don't know if they have little eyelashes, but I like to do little, I mean, I'm not doing like eyelashes, but just the indication that there's an eyelash there. I mean, other than a zoo, I've never seen. What color do you think we should put? Purple, maybe? Purple would be fun. I think that would be a fun color. I gotta find my purple in my box here with all my other paints. There it is. There she be. Purple. And then I think I'll do the same thing with this. I'll just wash in that color. How much water you put is what's going to determine how much you see through of how translucent you make your piece and how much of that gray value you see through. And so the less water, the more coverage, and the less of those values you'll see through. So you don't want to work hard putting in a lot of value in gray only to cover it up. Okay, Janet, you have a good one. Have a good class. So you want to be careful about that. Oh, I'm loving it. I'll pop just a little bit of this purple surprise just down into my flamingo, just here and there. Kind of just give a little bit of a pop of a surprise. And that just helps carry your eye also. So you don't have just one spot of the one color. It'll carry your eye through and it won't get stuck. And so you can kind of see what I mean by getting stuck if you look at that eye. Your eye, when you look at the eye, your eye gets stuck on that color because it's nowhere else in the piece. And so that could be a good thing or not. depending on your piece and what it is and where you want the attention to be. That looks like a little bit of a creepy, she's looking a little creepy. Not gonna lie. I kind of like it. I don't think she's scary. She just is a little like unexpected creep factor, but not scary. I don't look at her and think horror or scary. I just think, oh, she's kind of creepy witch. She a creepy witch. And a little more pink in this area. Yeah. Not too much. Just knock that gray back just a teeny bit. I think that helped a lot. We'll give it a dry and we'll see what we have. This is a 9x12 canvas, by the way, just so you know what it is I'm working with here. It is a 9x12. Any suggestions on anything to add? Any suggestions? Okay. Thank you, Kimberly. That's where we washed that color on over top of all those grays, and we kept a little bit of that gray shining through to add that mystical, magical, I don't know what you call it, what you want to call it, but the mysterious. I want her hat to look like it's got like a tear in it. And so I'm just gonna create a little like recess area there, And I'm going to create one here also. Like it's seen its better days. That's an old hat. I want to differentiate. I want you to see that you're seeing some of the other side of that hat. So I'm going to separate these two. There we go. That gave it some dimension. Sure thing, Georgia. You have a good one. See you soon. Everybody got things going on tonight. I'm almost done with this. We are coming up on the end. Although there's some decorative stuff I want to add around. So we're not 100% done. I'm going to get my paint a little bit on the inkier side. Make sure I sap up any of the stuff. And then what I want to do is I want to put, if I can do this, freehand that is. I want to put a I'm going to put a little spider web in there. And so What do you think? And we're just gonna keep going around until we and we don't have to make it like 100% like can be seen, you know? The little spider. This is one of them big spiders. 8 legs. Okay, we just have a couple more minutes. We're gonna finish up this eyeball. I'm in white. I'm gonna come in with white. I want to keep that circular motion going, okay? First, you're not going to really see what I'm doing, I don't think. You'll see much of this, and then all of a sudden you'll start to see it a little bit more and more. I want it to look like it's, you know, watery, it's glassy. Because it's an eyeball. We're going to build it up a little bit. The more you do of this, the more realistic your eyeball is going to look. You just want to kind of wash it in on top and gradually build it brighter and brighter. I don't know if there's anybody after me, if I'm the only one today. I think it's just one a day for 31 days. But I want to be respectful in timeline. You want to put a little sparkle in that eye and just build it up. And then that way, that eye looks like it is a real eye. Okay, I think we're done. I think we just need to give her a name. What are we going to name her? I'm going to finish the sides with black. And so I'm going to show you what I mean by that and what I'm going to do. If you're watching, say hi. Tell me you're here. I always say quiet. Okay. This is Paint Pixie paint I'm using. And this black is very unique because it's called licorice. And when it's wet, it kind of just looks like a really dark gray. But when it dries black. And so I got like a lot of canvas tooth showing, and I don't like that. I'm just going to need a little bit of water to just get down in there and cover it. I like to do down the edge of the canvas, and it kind of just frames your painting for you. Hey Tamara, how are you? Good to see you. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. We did a witch flamingo, which is so much fun. Just getting in the sides of the canvas now. Thank you. You know, I love me some Halloween. Long as it's not scary or like horror. I don't like that. I like the cute. I like the funny. Maybe just a teeny bit creepy. is okay, but if it gets into that hard, like, yeah, no. No, 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 no. Not into that. Thank you. It was fun to do. And we're just a few minutes over our hour, but there really is no one behind me. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish my sides because I am terrible. If I don't finish like my sides, they tend to not get it done until it's like showtime and ready to go to a show. And then I'm like painting sides of canvas and I'm not happy with myself. Because it's like there's 52 other things to do right before a show, right? You ain't got time to paint canvas sides. You're like, come on now. Come on. You couldn't have spent 2 minutes longer painting the side. That's what I tell myself. Like, you couldn't have just 2 minutes longer. But you can see the difference that it makes. So there's the 3 sides done, and then there's none done. And you can see just the difference that simple little thing makes. And that's why I like to do it with all of my canvases, because that little bit of I call it a tip, just it frames it. It makes it better, I think. Maybe somebody else doesn't agree. It's, preference and all that, but we don't all like the same thing, and it's all good. But I think it makes it look better. I think it gives a finish touch. So 98% of mine are done this way. The only time I don't do it is if I were to take the image off of the canvas, onto the side of the canvas. And then I don't do that. No, it actually doesn't, because you hold it at an angle. You hold it at an angle. You're painting at an angle. If I can get my arm here to act right. You hold your painting at an angle and your brush at an angle. And then when you come down it, you only really are able to touch that edge. You don't get onto your painting because you're holding it at an angle. And so you don't really get to so it makes a nice neat line because you have that angle that you're doing. And you're not trying to be like, oh, let me just get it like this, and and then you're like this and it goes in and out and you end up making a mess. But you really don't, because you just doing that angle keeps it from getting up onto where you don't want it. And so, and if a little bit gets up on there, that's okay. Just make it part of your painting. You're just like, make it, just incorporate it in. That's what I do. If I have it, I just incorporate it in. Anyway, so here is what is her name gonna be? What's her name? I don't know. We need to come up with a name for her. She needs a name. Before we say we're done, we need a name. What did I do with my other paintbrush? Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Hi, Brenda. I know I'm early. You can help name her. We're just gonna put a little bling up. Not bling. Bling's the wrong word. We're gonna put just a little bit of white up on our give it a little dimension. Stella. I like Stella. I like Stella. That's cute. But we started her in gray, and then we washed the colors on top of her. We washed the little bit of pink, a little bit of that orange, and we washed it on top of her. And we started with that gray. That was the, I guess, gray sky. Painting in gray sky means values of gray, I guess. We had a little mini art lesson. Anyway, well, I'm going to say goodnight for tonight. I just want to get it dry so I can pick it up and not get my hands all up in the sides of it. And then I can take a picture too. But I hope y'all love Stella for the 25th day of the 31 days of Halloween. You can, if you're just catching me, you can go back and you can watch the replay. You can go back and watch the replay. I came on at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So there is Stella. I hope y'all love her. I hope you go back, and I hope you actually do her. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun. And her hat does look like it's been through some stuff. It's seen some stuff. Probably a few bad potions along the way. But anyway, she's certainly looking her dapper self, I guess, or her stellar self, Stella. And with her witch hat and her little spider hanging out with her. Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your night. Have a great week, and I will see you all soon. Thank you again, Teresa, for allowing me to be part of the 31 days of Halloween. I love it and look forward to hopefully doing it again in the future. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.